I'm Jeannie Kelly, your credit coach. Thanks for joining me today. And this month, I'm talking about falling in love with your credit, building a relationship with your credit, breaking up with bad credit decisions with most of the time we don't even know about. So let's dive into some of those today where we want to break up with not paying attention to our credit. And I say this because right now I'm teaching a course about empower yourself with your credit because credit can save us money, not cost us money, right? And also, credit education is to me the ultimate self love. We work so hard for our money, but when it comes to our credit, we're not paying attention. So let's break up with not paying attention to our credit. And it starts with look at your credit reports. You want to take a look at your credit report to know what is being reported about me. And that is my number one tip. And a lot of times we don't think about our credit until we need it, even though every single day we're using our credit. And I don't mean by a swipe of a card, I mean that where you live, what you drive, or the transportation to where you're headed, right? It also could be how much your insurance is. A lot of people will say, wait a minute, my insurance is attached to my credit. And it is. So, unemployment, someone at your job, they can, if of course you signed and all of that good stuff, part of your job, there could be some industries that look at your credit. So it's not just about opening up that new loan, credit card, paying a mortgage. It's not just about that. Credit is so much more. And I want you to pay attention to it in a way that feels good, that you feel empowered by looking at your credit, no matter where you are right now. So you may say, Jeannie, my credit is in the tank right now. I don't want to even think about it. And I know sometimes that's the hardest step, looking at what's on there. But I promise you this, once you look at your credit report, you can put together a plan. You can start paying attention. And here's another thing, let's break up with not paying attention to when bills are actually due. How much is due every single month? When is it due? Have a cheat sheet to show you that and make sure you're double checking. Even if something's on auto pay, technology messes up sometimes. I don't know why. So you really have to pay attention when it comes to making sure not only was your bill paid, do you see those funds out of your account? And a lot of times that's the one thing we don't do. We know we paid it. We have the confirmation or we know we set it up on auto pay, but did you see if the funds came out of your account? That is one step that can help you not have these issues that, let me tell you, I have helped hundreds of people think something was paid, wrote down a confirmation number, but it never came out of their bank. And you know why? Yes, sometimes it's technology. Sometimes they typed in the wrong digit to a bank account. Sometimes they put in the wrong amount and they typed the wrong amount. And then if they would have looked, maybe that could have helped them say, oh, wait a minute, I know that's not the right mortgage payment. I totally flip numbers around. So it is important to take that extra little step because it can help you a big time from a little hiccup on your credit report. And I say a little hiccup, but we all know it like this can drop your score if you have a new late. So we want to pay attention. And again, let's say, I've been paying late. Well, you know what? If you're going to pay attention now, in 6 months from now, instead of having constant lates, you'd have 6 months of no new late reporting. So let's focus on that. Here we are in the winter. By the time the summer comes and we're thinking about a vacation, you can look back on your credit report and be happy that you have such good progress. And another thing is your balances. Pay attention to your balances. There's a lot of myths out there of where you should keep your credit card balances. So let me say this, your balances on your credit score, 30% is what they're made up of. 30% of your score, not where you should keep your balances. So let me say that again. Your credit score, 30% of the score is where are your balances? And I'm mostly talking credit cards. So that's what makes up that part of the score. But that doesn't mean you should have your balances at 30%. That's very high. So you want it, the lower the balances, the better the score. So pay attention to where your balances are and when you're paying these accounts. I talk a lot about this. We dive deep in the course Empower Your Credit. I want you to have abundance with your credit, and we talk about when to pay things and dive more into that. But just those three things can help you so much. Looking at your credit report, making sure on time payments, and double checking when they come out of your bank account, and keeping your balances low. And let me add one more, and this is so overlooked. We're using credit cards all the time, and we are not paying attention to the membership perks, the rewards, the upgrades. And please pay attention. This is money you're leaving on the table. So I know if I want to travel, maybe I want an upgrade. And I can pick a certain card that I choose to do business with to get that, or to get those free airline miles, or upgrade in the hotel. But here's another thing, it's really it does take time, but when I look at my credit cards and my balances and all of that, and when I have to pay it, I still look at the rewards, because one of my credit cards added something new, and it's a membership that I can get for free by just linking my card to it. And guess what, it's a subscription service that I have been paying about $9, $10 a month. And you know what? Now I get that for free, all because I just took a few minutes to look what's new with the membership. Okay. So take the time, because what you looked at 6 months ago is different than it is today. Things change, and don't leave the money on the table. There's so much money left that it's yours. You can say, I want the cash back. So this might be a good time of the year to get that cash back. Look into how much you have. You may not even realize that you have money attached to your credit cards just sitting there in rewards. And all you have to do is call, get your money. And that, to me, is called healthy credit. And I want to make sure you have abundance with your credit, you feel empowered by your credit, and that you can build healthier credit. And if you have fantastic credit now, let's keep it up. It's not something that we can walk away from. Our credit is something we're constantly using. It changes all the time. Let's keep our accounts current. Don't walk away from your credit, even if you feel you're financially stable to pay for things with a debit card. Why? Why wouldn't you attach it to a credit card and build up rewards? So fall in love with your credit with me. And thanks for tuning in today. Any questions, let me know. And please like, subscribe, and share this podcast. Let's have others build abundance with their credit. Let's do this all together.